Shut up and sit down.
There's a lot of stuff I was reading and I was like, really?
It's a tool for introspection, okay?
Introspection to stuff I don't even do.
Welcome back to another episode of the Bias Effect Podcast. It's your girl, Nikki.
And QJ.
Alright. We're here with another episode.
We're doing something different today, okay? Like, I feel like we say that all the time, but
It's
you gotta
different.
spice it up a little. This one's different for real.
It's for real, for real. It's a little off the track of K-pop, but kind of still in the realm. It is in the realm.
We will talk about Kpop.
We always talk about K-pop. Yeah. We always get there. But what we want to talk about today is the MBTI, or Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. So we found it interesting that whenever we watch like K-pop content, they always bring up the MBTI. Always. Like, it's like, hey, how are you? What's your name? How old are you? What's your MBTI? Like, what is this? Why is this such a thing? So we thought we'd look into it. Now, I heard about this before. Like, I did the test like a while back, but it just never dawned on me that people actually like cared about it. Like, at least in North America, we don't really talk about, like, there's some people that would be like, oh yeah, I think I know what that is. Oh, that's the 4-letter thing or whatever. But for us, in North America, we usually more, I feel like, identify with like the zodiac system.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna be like, oh hey,
Like, this is my personality type. Usually it's based off of astrology.
I'm such a Cancer. Yeah, like.
But it's just so funny because I see that in the K-pop stuff too, where they're like, I'm such an F. And I'm like, like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, what does that even
I'm
mean?
such a feeling
Exactly.
type. Like,
Yeah,
I guess. So it is basically like, there's almost like a direct, like, comparison to the two.
Exactly. So we were like, okay, let's just dig into this more and see what this is all about. So, the basic background of it is that, it's called the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. It's a personality type system based on the theories of Carl Jung. Ever heard of him?
Ever heard of
Shit.
it?
Yeah, Carl Jung. Anyone that like kind of explores self theories probably have heard of Carl Jung. But he also is popular with shadow work, it's called. Anyway. So, he didn't create this, but it was like inspired by some of his writings. It's rooted in early 20th century psychology. But it was, interestingly enough, developed independently by two American women, Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter Isabel Briggs Myers, which is interesting because this was during a time when women weren't really involved with psychological research, so I thought that was kind of cool. And they kind of started developing this in the 1940s. So, a time when women in any kind of field probably wasn't much respected. So, interesting. So to go back with Carl Jung, he was a Swiss psychiatrist, and he published psychological types, introducing the idea that people perceive and judge the world in fundamentally different ways, which, for sure, definitely can see that. And he proposed 3 key dichotomies: extroversion and introversion, sensation and intuition, and thinking and feeling. So those are like 2 different ways that types of people that see the world. So that in the 1940s, the Briggs, I guess I was going to say sisters, but they're mother and daughter, developed their first version of the questionnaire. And they added a 4th dichotomy, judging and perceiving. So now we have the 4 categories. The first tool ever published was in 1962. And it, basically kind of gained popularity in business, education, career counseling in the U.S.
I was trying to think, like, because I have heard, like, obviously you've heard of MBTI before, and I was like, why would I have ever thought about that? But it's because, like, they use it in, like, I think they use it in high school when you're like picking your career path and stuff. I feel like that's when I've done it like, you know, I won't put a number on how many years ago, but that's definitely where I know it from. I was like, because it's supposed to like somehow help you pick your career. Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, it makes sense. Maybe we didn't know it was called this, but yeah, we for sure have done some kind of personality test. That's right. I definitely remember.
I think that's why I chose what I chose to go to college for. Like, because it was like, you should choose something based around like the arts or whatever. I was like, okay, sure, I guess.
That's so interesting. So in 1975, it gained traction in corporate America. So again, I guess, yeah, be like, hey, you should go to here because you're extroverted. Yeah. Whatever. And then in 1998, Myers-Briggs Foundation is formed to preserve and promote the tool. So there's like an actual foundation that I think there's a whole website too on it. Anyway, so that's a basic rough background of what it, like, where it started and how it came about. And then, so I kind of like try to do some like research about like why it's so popular in Korea specifically. And there was some interesting stuff that came out. So Korean, again, this is just my research. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, but this is what I found. Korean society tends to value clear identity frameworks, so grouping people by traits, characteristics, or affiliations, like blood type, zodiac signs, and even university. And it's like common in relationships to ask like, what's your MBTI? Much like how we do it with zodiac signs in North America or Western dating. But it became, it just started to become super popular. Like idols and celebrities would just share their MBTI types in interviews and fan content. And then, there's whole things just surround it. And there's like fan theories, memes, like, I'm so ENFP. You're like, okay. And I know, like, you're the one that watches more of the variety shows, and you see it all the time, don't you, in that stuff?
There's been a few, even like, I remember there's an episode, it might be an episode with BTS on their show, and also an AT's one, where they, like, did their games separated like that, like, with their, it's usually, the separation is usually between the E and the I, and not, like, the rest of them. It's like, there's an introvert team, and that's the extrovert team.
That's so interesting.
It always kind of surprises me, though, like, did you know that Jungkook is an I type?
Yeah, see,
and I was again, like, I guess he's introverted, but he doesn't seem like that.
But see, that's where people, I feel like, also misinterpret, in general, like, extroversion and introversion. Because I think some people, like, I am introverted, but I tell people that, like, people that don't know me, and they go, you're very extroverted. I'm like, no, just because I like talking to people and engaging with people doesn't mean I'm not introverted.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm out and, like, I'll talk to people, but it means I need to recharge myself, by myself, away from everybody.
Yeah.
Extroverted people get charged by being in social situations. I definitely don't get charged up by being in social situations. Like, I obviously enjoy being around the people I like being around, but, like, if I'm hanging out with someone, like, after our weekend, I was tired for, like, a whole week. Like, it was great. Obviously, I wanted to be with you and all of our friends, but my God, like, I need to recharge, you know? So that's the difference. So again, you see any idol, I'm like, well, you must be extroverted because you're always out and about, but it's just how you recharge.
I don't know. I try to think about it in that term too, but like, cause like, and even when you see like their travel shows and stuff, like, or like their little side shows and stuff, I'm like, you still don't quite seem like that. But I mean, obviously they are, right? Like, they're not seeing the whole person, but just like sometimes they're like, I'm a this type, and I'm like, huh, interesting.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting scenario, but it's also kind of like we talked about, like, zodiacs. You'd be like, oh, I'm such a Cancer or whatever. I'm like, like, I do identify with the Cancer. I am a Cancer, and I do identify with those tropes of a Cancer. But I look at my mom, and she's an Aries, and I go, yeah, I don't really see that for her. You know what I mean? So same thing. You're like, sure. Yeah, this was kind of interesting to me. So South Korea's high-pressure society, especially regarding schoolwork and conformity, can make personal identity hard to express. So they will most likely like to grab onto these things because it's easier for them to be like, oh, well, like, have a conversation about introspection, which I thought that was fascinating. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think you do kind of see that they're like a more reserved society and stuff. So if you're like, I'm a feeling type, then everyone would be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I know that. I know what that means.
What?
Like, I could kind of see where, like, that, maybe that's why it's so popular there, because it's, like, easier to be like, this is my type. And I don't have to explain to you how I am.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And from all, like, the K-dramas I watch, too, yeah, it just seems like, yeah, it's a very, like, high-pressure society to perform in, like, the workspace, too. So, yeah, if you're spending all your time just studying or working, then you don't really have a lot of time for introspection. So if you just take a test, and be like, oh, this is me, and like, okay, all right. But yeah, so it gives the people a language to talk about themselves without being too vulnerable either. So, and yeah, it's a way to explore individuality with a collectivist culture. Sure. Sure. But that's kind of what happened. Like, I feel like that's kind of the same vibe as Zodiac too. It's not like, because everyone goes, oh, I don't really believe in it. It's like, yeah, no. I mean, if the people that go, like, it is true, you are a Cancer, you are this, okay, that's a little much. I find it fascinating, because, again, for me, it's a tool to, look within yourself. So you go, oh, you're a Taurus, and you go, oh, you like earthy.
Dox me. I'm just kidding. You lost my personal info.
I'm pretty sure you doxed yourself when you said Jin's album came out on my birthday. So.
I mean, it did. Not to brag or anything, but in case anyone forgot. Yeah, no. I kind of agree, like, how you said you even, you do kind of, like, resonate with your Cancer thing. Like, I do kind of feel like I fit into some molds of the Taurus thing, but like you said, like, it's just a framework. It's not like this is exactly who you are, because not every person born on May 16th is exactly the same. Like, my cousin's born on the same day as me, and we're not the same person. So, like, it's just like a general outline. It depends on how you interpret it, right? Like, there are certain things that come up there that I'm like, yeah, that's true.
And the criticism, too, is, like, it's so vague, right? So if I started to read a sentence from a Scorpio, and I go, you're really guarded. Like, oh, yeah, you're right, I am. So it's like a...
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like it's giving you, if you believe it, because it's being said to you, type of thing, right? But, I mean, I went down the Zodiac rabbit hole. There's more than just that. So there's usually
your suns, your moons,
your rising, all the planets are aligned. So that's where when you get really into it, it's not just about that one sign. So you can go, okay, because the idea with Zodiac specifically is that the exact moment you are born under the stars of that moment, in that time where you are, that's what your whole chart is. And I find that fascinating. I do find it interesting again. Just that there's so much information about it. But in theory, which could be more specific, right? Because what are the chances that me at that exact moment in time where I was born, at the exact moment, that there's that many people exactly like that? No, not a lot, probably. Like, in the exact spot, too. Yes, all around the world there's probably a lot of people born at that time, but not that exact spot. Okay, so fine.
It's almost similar to MBTI in a way, because how, like, astrology has, like, the different moons and stuff. This has the different types. And, like, there's, like, other factors that, like, add on to who you are, supposedly.
Yeah, and it doesn't always stay the same. Like, you could change. Like, if you take the test again, like, that happens. I've seen that in the idol space, too, where they go, oh, I took this test and I was INTJ, and now I'm ESFP, J, whatever.
Yeah. No, I've definitely seen that
So-
too. They're like, oh, I changed, and everyone, and then the people around them like, oh my god, whoa, crazy. It's like, not that crazy.
You're all like, calm down. So,
I'm an evolving
yeah.
human, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, again, whether or not we fully engage in it, it's just a tool to try to learn yourself better. So,
I just think it's fun.
I think
like a
it's fun
fun
too. I
thing.
mean, again, kind of like the Zodiac stuff. Like, I got really into it. I find it very fascinating that there's just so much based on it. But would I say, oh my god, like, I am 100% what this tells me? Probably not. And
Yeah.
same with this. Like, again, I find it very fascinating. And I do agree with a lot of stuff it says about me. So, basically, what you do is you take this test. And you answer a bunch of questions, and it calculates what you are. So what we did is there's a very popular website right now called 16personalities.com. The results are of 16 archetypes. That's what you can end up being. So in these categories, as we've been joking about, there's like 4 letters in each personality archetype. Now, we'll get into it a bit later, but the 16 personalities website also added another 2 letters to it. But the most one that you'll ever always hear is the 4-letter one. So, the first letter of the whatever,
The MBTI.
the MBTI, is extroversion or introversion. So this is like how you direct and receive energy. So this will show up in the beginning of the acronym as E or I. So E is extroversion, and you focus on the external world, action, interaction. You're energized by people and social settings. You tend to think out loud. Sure. The other one is introversion. So you focus on the inner world, reflection. You're energized by solitude, and you tend to think before speaking. So those are the 2 for that. The next letter is either sensing or intuition. So it's how you take in information. So sensing will show up as S, intuition will show up as N, not to be confused with introversion. So introversion is I, intuition is N. So sensing is you focus on concrete details, present moment, you prefer facts, past experience, practical, realistic. The intuition, or N, will focus on patterns, future possibilities, trust abstract ideas, impressions, imaginative, big picture thinkers. The cool kids, basically. Okay. The next letter setting we have is either thinking or feeling. So, thinking T, feeling F, how you make decisions. So, thinking is based decisions on logic, objectivity, value, fairness, truth over fact, comfortable with tough choices. Or feeling, F, based on decisions on values, empathy, value, harmony, compassion, seek connection, social alignment. That's, yeah. And then the last letter is either judging or perceiving, so how you approach the outside world. So judging is you prefer structure, plans, closure, like things settled, organized, decisive, goal-oriented. And P, perceiving, is either you prefer flexibility, spontaneity,
I think.
Thank you so much. Like to keep options open, adaptive, curious, go with the flow. So those are all the breakdowns. So now 16 personalities added another letter. Either assertive or turbulent, and apparently it's supposed to describe how your confidence and stress response. So A, assertive, calm, self-assured, confident, resistant to stress. Turbulent, self-critical, sensitive to stress, driven to improve, perfectionist. So then you kind of got there's like 4 groupings of how all of these archetypes come up. So there's nicknames for each of them, and apparently these nicknames they can vary per wherever, depending where you are, where you're researching it, but we're using 16 personalities as our major resource for this. It's we Spoiler alert. We took the test so to see what we were, and we'll reveal that later. But this, so just if you're ever looking it up, that's what we're referring to as the 16 personalities breakdown. So the first grouping of potential archetypes are called the analysts. So these are the intuitive thinking group. So these are the NT groupings. So you have the architect, INTJ. They tend to be strategic, logical, independent. Then you have the logician, INTP, curious, analytical, intellectual. ENTJ, the commander, assertive, effective, efficient, natural leader. ENTP, the debater, quick-witted, outspoken, innovative. The next section are the diplomats, the intuitive and feeling group, so the NF groupings. So INFJ, the advocate, idealist, empathetic, insightful. INFP, the mediator, creative, idealistic, introspective. ENFJ, protagonist, charismatic, inspiring, altruistic. ENFP, the campaigner, enthusiastic, expressive, imaginative. There's a lot of just a lot of different peoples out here.
Yeah.
So the next group, sentinels. It's kind of intense. The sensing and judging grouping. So it's SJ types. So ISTJ, the logistician. Oh, goodness, I've never said that in my life. Responsible, organized, values, tradition. ISFJ, the defender, warm, dutiful, protective. ESTJ, the executive, organized, direct, leader-like. ESFJ, the consul, caring, social, attentive. And our last grouping are the explorers, the sensing and perceiving, so the SPs. ISTP, the virtuoso, practical, hands-on, adventurous. ISFP, the adventurer, artistic, gentle, spontaneous. ESTP, the entrepreneur, energetic, bold, loves challenges. ESFP, the entertainer, fun, loving, spontaneous, friendly. Whew, so there. That is all the people's. This is the only thing you could ever be in your life is one of these. But yeah, you seem to understand. They kind of break it down into certain specific groupings of what your personality can be. Okay, sure. So, we did it. So yeah, like we said earlier, we did it. We took the test. I took this test forever ago, and I still have my results. So I was so curious to see how I would, if I did change, the IELTS. I didn't. I'm the exact same. The only thing that kind of changed is my, percentage level. So how 16 personalities works, it'll break it down. It'll tell you what your MBTI is. And then it'll, break down your traits by percentage. So when I first took, okay, drum roll. I am an NFJT. I'm an advocate. Turbulent, though. I don't deal with stress well, I guess, which could be accurate. So when I first took it in 2021, I was introverted 75%, intuitive 76%, feeling 71%, judging 74%, turbulent 60%. So now, see this I found interesting. My introversion is less, which is interesting because I do find myself more willing to be out with
funny.
people.
I feel like the older you get, the more extroverted you kind of get because you're just I don't really care
Yeah,
you kind of stop caring about what people might perceive you as. So you're yeah, whatever. I'll just go out, do my thing, talk to random strangers, whatever. I do
exactly.
I feel that kind of tracks in a way. Maybe you wouldn't fully flip to extroversion at some point,
yeah.
but it would get slightly closer to that.
Totally, because I agree. I still I need my time to recharge, but I am more willing to just go out there and do things now than before. Than I might have been not doing it. But my intuition, though, pretty much the same. It was 76, now it's 75. I feel more now, I guess. My feeling was 71, is now 78. My judging has gone down. It was 74, now it's 69.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And I guess I deal with stress worse now.
Yeah, there's a pretty big spike there.
Whoa, I went up a bit. My turbulent was 60%, now I'm 83%. So, yikes. So we can go into more what it like kind of breaks down, but I think you should reveal yours next.
So I got INFJA.
Oh. Oh! Shocking.
So, yeah.
We're the exact same except how we deal with stress.
Actually, I wonder how close our percentages are as well. Because I got introverted 76%.
Well.
Intuitive 54%. Feeling 69%. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Judging 58% and assertive 60%.
Interesting. Yeah, our percentages are quite different. So this is the interesting thing. This is where I feel like it can be like the zodiac thing where, yeah, we're the same sun sign, but our moon rising are different. So we kind of might be, like I think I'm more intuitive, more feeling than you, right? So I might deal with a situation a little differently than you, but you would kind of be like, I get it. But you're like, calm down. Daddy chill. You know? Maybe something like that. I don't know. It's interesting, though. It's kind of...
Yeah, I feel like with the MBTI, I found it less relatable than when I look at, like, astrology stuff. And, like, when you go through the big list and stuff like that, there's, like, definitely other traits from those other types that I'm like, oh, I feel like I resonate more with that. But it to me, MBTI seems more of, like... It's more based on your actual, like, personality, which changes over time, right? So, like, yeah, I would maybe even go through a phase where I'm, like, extroverted. Never happened yet, but I could. Or, like, there's, like, some of the stuff, like, with, I think it's with perceiving and judging. It's, like, yeah, sometimes maybe structured, but sometimes not. Like, sometimes I would be way more of, like, a P personality type and not a J.
Yeah, because actually, yeah.
Even, like, the thinking and feeling thing, it's, like, it depends on, like, where I'm at, what I'm doing and stuff. So, like, it definitely, like, my specific one from, like, this week, I was, like, not really feeling it, but I was, like, it's just more of, like, you know, it's probably, if I took it, like, 2 months from now, it would probably be different. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yours didn't change, but maybe in between these two tests, maybe it would have changed. And now you're back to how you were before.
Well, yeah, but my percentages were quite drastic. So it's that's what I mean, where it's like, you kind of like might, go down on a spectrum or up on a spectrum. But I tend to do, like, prefer structure and plans. I'm not the most spontaneous person. You know that. I'll be like, I need 48 hours before we hang out.
I mean, yeah, but, like, there are times where I'm like, I don't really want to, like, schedule it. I'll just go to wherever I'm going and do whatever I want. Like, that kind of thing.
That's the outlier of your personality, not your personality.
I'm just saying, there were some comments in there and I was like, that ain't it. Like, the work thing was so far off, like, it couldn't have been further off for me. It was like, you need a job that's, like, creative and open and allows you to, like, do personal growth and this and that. I'm like, you would hate an office job, and I was like, I actually just prefer having an office job where I have to do the same thing every day, and I don't have to do personal development, I don't have to do any creative thinking. Like, it couldn't have been further off for me on that, and I was like...
Yeah, your natural empathy and insight make you particularly well suited for roles in counseling, healthcare, education, or nonprofit. So yeah, I think that's the both. We got the same there. Now, I do like there is an aspect of my job where I do training. I train our team, but I do enjoy that. Like, I do enjoy, but like in a realistic setting, like, it just doesn't like how like I don't, where can I just be like, anyway.
Yeah. It also, like, it seemed to heavily imply that, like, I'm very, like, reactive or affected by like negative feedback and like personal like messing up and stuff like that, and I was like, I really don't care
No,
about that stuff.
yeah.
So I was like, that was like a general vibe to me that I was getting when I was reading it, and I was like, this does not feel accurate to me because I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I think honestly, because I envy that about you, because I do take that stuff personally, but I feel like that's the difference between our T and our A. Is the T, like I feel like I care more. It's
Also, my percentages are lower too, so it's like I'm on that side of the scale, but only by like a little bit, right? So it's like, you know,
you could flip any day now.
That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like if I sat down and took the test again, I could get something different.
But yeah, so I have here some of the breakdowns of what INFJ is. So perfectionist tendencies drive you to constantly improve yourself and the world around you. I feel, at least for me, I definitely try to always improve myself. Like, I'm always wanting to grow a little more, learn a little more. You don't give a shit?
I guess. I mean, like,
no.
I don't know. It's like, I guess I don't actively think about it, and like, not to say that I don't care about the world around me, but like, I'm not an active, like, you know, person that does stuff like that. So it's like not particularly true, but
yeah, it's true. Yeah,
it depends on how you're interpreting it too, right? Like, maybe the world around me is like my household.
Yeah.
Like, I want my household to be like nice and comfortable. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean like, you know, the entire globe.
Yeah, and the world around. I mean, I see, it's funny because I would interpret that as like, oh, do I want to get back to the world or whatever? Which I'm like, sure.
Depends on what you consider your world.
So yeah, for us, the relentless pursuit of growth and meaning can be both exhilarating and exhausting. That is facts.
Oh, that's where I was like, the relentless pursuit of growth is like, that ain't it for me.
Yeah. Constantly.
I'm like, not at all. Maybe like once in a while, a little jump in growth.
I've been open about it. I do struggle with anxiety, and so for me, it's more of like, I always want to try to overcome that side of me. So for me, it feels like this sounds aggressive, but life or death thing. If I stay stagnant in my growth, I will not feel better overall at the end of my life, type of thing. That's kind of where, for me, I think of it as relentless, because if I stay still, I'm not ever going to get better, and that's not okay with me. So.
Interpretation.
No, it's true. You have a knack for seeing potential and possibilities where others might not, but you may struggle to bring your visionary ideas into reality due to self-doubt or fear or criticism. Yes, for me. That's 100% for me.
Yeah, I feel like that's somewhat
How long
true.
did it take for us to do this podcast?
Oh, yeah, it's like, we don't even really, like, do any marketing because it's, like, embarrassing and weird. So it's like, you know, like, I do feel like that one definitely is a little bit true.
Yeah, that one sucks, yeah. I do. Fear of criticism is huge with me. I don't know why. Again, my relentless pursuit of growth. Like, I don't want to be afraid of what other people say of me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the part of it where it's not necessarily, like, for me it would be more the, like, self-doubt part where I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, what the hell? Like, the criticism part I don't care about, because that's the next point, right? Like, your sensitivity to criticism.
Oh, yeah.
Internalizing stress. I was like, I don't really...
No, I know, you're always so funny.
Especially say to me.
when you talk about work, especially, you're like that meme where it's like 5 o'clock, laptop closed, like you're in the middle of a conversation. Legit. You're like, bye.
Yeah, like mid call, you're like, hang up, close the laptop. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why like the work thing did not vibe with me, because I was like, I'm here, I check in, I do my work, I close it, I go home. Like,
I love that about you.
I'm not trying to do anything else.
Do you know if your husband has ever done this test?
Probably, well, I don't know, like maybe as a career like counseling thing, probably the same like in school or whatever, but probably not like in recent years.
I'd be so curious.
In terms of work, it would be more like your vibe. Like
Exactly.
he does more work than. I'm the one that's like, if he's like texting, I'm like, is that about work? Are you getting paid to do that? No. Like, that's my big thing. If you're not getting paid to read a text, don't read it.
No, that's, I mean, our types need your types in the world. It's true. Like, let's put it this way, I've gotten a lot better.
I will advocate for you. I'll advocate for your turbulent lifestyle.
I know, the terminologies are so extreme. Like, turbulent judging. I'm like,
I know, like, relax.
Relax. I've gotten much better than general, though. Like, I do not check anything. I
really vibe with the thought where it's like a corporation does not care about you. If you fall off the face of the planet tomorrow, someone will take your place. Like, that's really like that. Whenever the first time I ever heard someone say that, I was like, that's like literally like 100% fact. And like, so why should I like, you know, kill myself over a job where they're just literally like, I just spent 15 years at my last workplace. I'm replaced. Like, no one even remembers me. Like, people who I work with remember me, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm replaced. Like, it doesn't matter that I spent 15 years like busting my ass there. Like, doesn't matter. So like, whatever, you pay me, I'll do the job, and then I go home. I don't think about you.
It's a common thing.
It's tougher in the industry that you're in because there's a different expectation from people and higher consequences. Like, you get fired for being 5 minutes late or whatever. Like, not in maybe your role specifically, but like in some roles there, it's like you get
where
nothing.
We came from, it's very, if you're working on set in the film business, it can be very toxic, It has a very strict hierarchical structure that if you're out of line, you can just, anyway, there's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
But I've moved over to a different aspect of that, and it is a corporate structure for sure, what I do now. But we've seen it, where people, if they might have to leave, and then we just have to pivot, and then if they try to come back for whatever, they're like, well, we figured it out without you, so we don't need you.
Yeah.
But yes, it's again all how you interpret the way you want to live your life, and that's again for me, like, when I see relentless pursuit of growth, I'm working towards that. I'm working towards not wanting to have the kind of suffering that I put on myself. I know it's myself, so that's where I go. I need to be better because I don't want to live like this. But it's true. Like,
I know what you're saying.
I mean? Like, I know it's funny.
So like fatalistic.
I mean, I can't live like this anymore. No, because like if I look at, you've known me so many years, you've probably seen some kind of change. Imagine you're like, no.
You're the exact same now.
No, I mean, like, there's parts of my personality, but I've definitely put up more boundaries and certain. Anyway, whoa. I did not think we were going to get this deep, but kind of the purpose. This is what it's all about. You talk about yourself, and it gives you points to talk about yourself. See?
Introspection and interpretation.
We talked about the work stuff. Personal growth. You thrive in environments of offers opportunities for personal growth, creativity, and the chance to positively impact others. You're like, no. Bye. Don't care about any of you.
I mean, when it comes to work, for sure. I guess if I were to interpret that in like my real life, I would probably feel differently about it. But like, when it's under the category of work, I'm like, no, not today.
Like, I like the part of like chance to positively impact others' lives. Like, I like the idea of like being helpful to other people, but. At what cost, though, with the work, like you say with work? Like, at what cost? Like, you say, oh, you could put 15 years into your career, like you did, and they're like, okay, bye. Like, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter how good or how nice you were to people. I mean,
Yeah, it's like depends on the person. Like I'm sure there are people that were like, "Wow, that person was so helpful. I miss that." Whatever. Like, I mean,
because they take advantage of you and go, "Oh, look, she did all the work." No, but like literally though.
that's what I mean. Like I definitely went through work where I did that. Like I took my work phone home with me. I came in like at 6 or 7 because I lived across the street for a while to like help fix something, and then it's like at some point you're just like, I didn't get paid for that, so. And then, like, the next week, no one's remembered that you did that. So it's like, okay, well, why am I doing that anyway? Like, I have a job. I'm like, they can't just fire me, like, if I don't come in off the clock, you know? If I don't answer my email at, like, 5 o'clock, it's fine. They're not going to fire me. It's like, at some point, it's just like, it's not doing anything for me.
No, I will say I do enjoy, there is, in the province I live in, a bylaw now that I think they put into place since COVID, where legally, you do not have to answer your email after work hours. So,
I mean, it's like crazy that has to be a law in the first place. But like,
I mean,
I vibe with that. I'm like, yeah, shut that shit off.
I know. So like legally, so like a company can't fire you now for not answering an email, basically. But again, it's like so fun. Again, with the corporate structure, it's like, legally we can't, but like they're kind of like, well,
there's other ways. Yeah, there's other ways to like get rid of.
There's other ways to get around it. It's exactly. It's so gross. Anyway, so
that's what I'm saying.
That's where I
don't put your energy into work.
No, but it's true. There is a part of that that's very true. That it doesn't. I know we're kind of cynical, but it's kind of true though. In the world we live in, chance to positively impact others' lives, that will just give any corporation the opportunity to take advantage of you. It's true. If you want to like help out, they'll take advantage of it. So anyway.
I mean, yeah, they'll definitely be like, yeah, come on in, volunteer, no
problem. Come on in. Yeah, exactly. Okay, next point. Yeah, done with that.
Anyway,
yeah. Okay, so your journey for personal growth is deeply intertwined with your quest for authenticity and self-understanding. For me?
Oh, like that's you, for sure.
Yeah. I know, I love your quest for authenticity and self-understanding.
I think some of the language throws me off a little, because I'm like, yeah, of course I like the idea of self-understanding, but I'm not on a quest. I'm like, day to day, maybe discovering something new, but like, I'm not on a journey.
It's so intense. I know, but yeah, I know. It's like, after I just like basically described, like, in a video game quest post. That's literally what I just said. Like, I must find a way to not live like this anymore. But yeah, I do identify with that. I mean, I feel like you, for me, I feel like, yeah, you try to at least be as authentic as you can. That's for you. Like, I don't know if you have a quest for it, but like, I feel like you have a strong sense of like, basically, you don't say something that you don't mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, like, again, I'm sure if I did this, like, 10 years ago, it would be so different, but, like, I do think, like, the older that I get, it's another part of that thing where it's just, like, I just don't, like, care as much anymore, and, like, obviously I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but, like, I don't see the value in, like, lying about something. Like, even, like, we've kind of already, like, we had, like, a little talk about the podcast like a few months ago where it's like you know, we're like, I think you were like not sure, like I don't even really know. I was like,
yeah, but we had a real conversation.
Yeah, and I was like, then like you were like, I didn't want to like say anything that might like be weird or like awkward or whatever, but for me I'm like, I just say like it, because like for this specifically we have to work together and we're friends, so yeah, it's better to be like open and just say whatever it is and like be real, authentic about it. I think it was about like workloads or something like that. Like,
yeah, I was feeling guilty about, because you do all the voice editing, and at the time you were also doing all of the posts we had on the Instagram. So I was feeling like I wasn't doing anything. And again, at that time when we had that conversation, I was going through a self-doubt cycle. So yes, I was like, oh, I don't want to say it because, like, I was like, Yeah, but yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, for me, I'm just like, it's better to just like say stuff and like
say
not
something.
like lie about things or like try to like cover up the truth a little or like soften the blow, because it's like that's not really gonna help anyone in the long run, because then later the real truth will come out later and you'll be like, okay, well, now it's awkward.
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's yeah, same, yeah, for the authenticity part. Yeah, I find that I'm trying to not, because I personally hate saying all that stuff too. Like, if I have something to say to someone, I'm just like, I don't like sitting in that feeling too. So I'd rather just say it and be like, okay,
I think that, like, I mean, I don't know, I feel like it's getting a little real, but I think I grew up like a little bit more timid as well. Like, just in, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like, I wouldn't have really said stuff as often. And now that I'm like my own separate adult and living my own separate like life, I'm like, I don't really want to like continue a cycle of like under the rugs type stuff, you know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah.
So I mean, I appreciate the props to my authenticity, but that probably, like, I mean, maybe I did go through my journey. I've already done my journey. I'd have reached a point of no fucks to give.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, I've known you long enough to know that you've gone through like certain things in your life. No, but and I, you know, so yeah, you've overcome a lot of stuff already. That's the other thing with the growth journey that I always find fascinating, is not everyone does it at the same time. Some people don't even go through it. Some people just live their lives never wanting to improve themselves ever, which is weird to me, but
yeah, a lot of stuff to me comes out from like what people like point out, or like other like conversations with people where they're like, oh, I'm doing this like thing because I don't like this thing, and I'm like, oh, interesting. Like, I don't know, it's like kind of like sponge, like taking in conversation. That's why it's good to talk about stuff.
I know.
Open communication.
We are the proof of what this is for, I guess. You have an innate drive to continue. Was this kind of what we were? Well,
some of these are kind of what we talked about, like drive to improve yourself, exploring emotions, and aligning your actions with core values.
Yeah. Okay.
Exploring philosophies, spiritual practices, like all that kind of stuff. So like. Stuff
that I've definitely I've definitely gone through that. I feel like I've done the more spiritual stuff than maybe you have. I mean I've
been through my phases as well, but like they don't necessarily stick as deeply, because I also don't love the idea of that it's in someone else's hands.
Interesting.
Like, oh, the stars say that this, but I'm like, well, fuck the stars. I'm living my life, not the stars. Like, that's why I say it's like more of a fun thing to me, because I'm like, oh, like, whoa, crazy, that's so me. But then I'm like, fuck that. I'm me.
See, that's interesting, because I find what helps sometimes with my situation is that it is out of my hands. I can't control this, so I might as well let it go, you know? Because there is a higher power. I don't really know. I'm still on that journey, but if there is some kind of higher power or whatever, then it'll be okay, because it's not in my. I don't have to figure it out, type of thing. But I can see both sides, because I've heard that a lot too, where someone's like, no, I'm my own. I'm in the control of my own.
I control my own destiny.
Yeah, you're like, all right, fine. Now this one I think rings true for both of us. Your empathy and intuitive understanding of others makes you a valued friend and partner, capable of offering profound insights and unwavering support.
I mean...
As we were just talking about, we're like, profound insights, we're like, yes. I mean, I, like, without tuning my own horn, I do think I'm a good friend to a lot of people. But if you cross me, then you're cut from my life. Now, I don't have a lot of close friends, but I think a part of it is probably that. There's a lot of energy to put into another human being.
It's the introversion.
Introversion. Can't do it all.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I don't have a lot of close friends either. But I feel like if I interpret this as like, yeah, like basically what kind of we were just talking about. It's like your ability to like dig deeper. Like understand other perspectives and kind of like bounce off that.
And bring it out. Bring something out of someone if they want to do something, you know? Like, yeah, go do that.
Yeah.
This one I feel like is in line with you, maybe. You may struggle to open up fully, fearing vulnerability or misunderstanding.
I mean, I'm not worried about being misunderstood. I'm not really worried about being vulnerable that much. I just don't. I just don't.
But you just don't. Yeah, so why don't you? Why don't you get vulnerable? Every time we're like, yo, I really value your friendship. Like, shut up.
I mean,
I know it's a bit of a joke. I know it's a meme, but it's like.
I guess maybe. I don't like being vulnerable, I guess.
Yeah, I find to me it's hard for you, like if because I find like I can just be like, yeah, I like miss you, like want to hang out with you. You're like gross. I'm like, okay.
I mean, that is something I've heard from people my whole life. Like, I can remember it sometimes where like I might hang out with someone for the first time and like I'll give them a hug as I leave and they're like, oh my god, I didn't think you were gonna hug me. I was like,
oh really?
I'm not a stone. Oh. I can be nice. Or like people a lot of times have said like, I didn't think you liked me. I'm like,
well,
that's just my vibe. But I mean, so that's so funny because I think one thing I would like to work on is like being nicer to my people I care about. And it's actually something I noticed through, like, to bring it back to K-pop or whatever, is like they're always telling each other that they love each other, and like, I mean, I'm not gonna start kissing my friends, but like, you know what I mean? They're so like open like that, and I'm like, I have never been a friend like this. Like, I have never been a friend to someone in this way where I'm like laying in your lap, playing with your hair, and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've never been a friend on this kind of like emotional like level where I'm like, I feel like I should start telling my friends I love them a little more.
Well, I mean, there's a whole thing, but yeah, again, for us, I like the meme of like being like, oh, that's like ew, gross, like you're showing me emotions because it's just funny to me.
But it's easy to fall back on that, like to be like, oh, we're just doing it because it's funny, and like obviously you know I mean it, but we're being funny, instead of being like, no, actually it's true. actually I do care about you.
I love you. Okay. It happens but it's so funny because I feel like I'm very open. I'll say that stuff to anyone. Like I'm very open with my feelings, I feel like, but I do find if someone like does come to me and says that shit, I go like, shut up. Like I do go like, get out of here. like I think there's one time when like kind of recently where my dad was like, you know, your mom and I are proud of you. I was like, shut up. Like, don't. So there is that side of it. It's hard to receive, I find, for me sometimes.
I need to work on my gratitude a little.
Okay. Well,
it's part of my quest.
It's your quest, exactly. So, yeah. I mean, it is funny. And I do remember, the funniest thing in my memory with our friendship is that when you get drunk, that's when you get very
that's when other people have said it to me too, where they're like, you're hugging me when you're drunk and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, because I like you.
But that's what I mean. So that's where I associate, like, when I say you don't like being vulnerable, is because like you're only the only time I've seen you truly vulnerable is when you were drunk. One time specifically, I remember you were just like staring at me. I was like, what? You're like, I'm just like hanging out with you.
Oh my god.
I was like, okay, girl, I get it. Okay, it's fine. You're like, what?
It's so funny to me. Like, I never really can think about it as being, like, afraid to be vulnerable, but, like, I guess it is. But it's so funny to me because, on the other hand, I think about going out drunk with you and you coming home and changing my pants for me.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's
I'm like, how can I be, like, afraid to be like, I love you when you've taken my pants off for me?
I know, when I've taken your pants off. It's true. Well, that's where I wanted to say, like, words are one thing, but actions are bigger, right? Our actions towards each other have always been come through, right? Like,
I guess that's why it's like, this is like when we just goof on the words, because it's like, I mean, you know it's true.
it's like it's obvious. It's like obvious. Like we're like ride or die for the rest of our lives. So. Anyway. Wasn't really expecting to go that far. But again, it's proof that it works. This is clearly works. We're talking, we're open. So yeah, if you have a relationship with anyone, maybe try it out. That's why I'm very curious about your husband's, because I'm curious to see, like,
I'm sure I could probably get him to do it. Yeah, it doesn't take that long.
No, it's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect, because I'm so curious. Okay, we'll regroup on another episode. What? Reveal hubby's results.
He's definitely going to be an I type. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if
he's one of us.
But then he's also very,
I feel like he's...
responsible. He's very, like, responsible.
Yeah.
Like, not rigid, but, you know, like...
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be more of, like, the thinking, judging type.
Yeah.
I think. Like, I think it'll be ITJ. I'm just not sure about the S and N.
Yeah,
Practical though, so probably you know what, I'm gonna guess ISTJ.
Okay.
That's what I
say
guess.
it now. ISTJ.
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, I feel like he's do it. I agree. I feel like he's more of he's very practical the way he talks about things, I think. But yeah. But I agree. That sounds right. Imagine he's like
I know, he's like an extrovert, like feeling.
Feeling,
like, no,
yeah, I don't
think you did it wrong.
Okay, perfect. So I'm excited for that. Okay, so yeah, whoa, that was intense, y'all. You found out a lot about us. But one last thing that we thought was fun is that we wanted to like see what idols have to say about us.
This is where it kind of lost me, because I was like, I don't resonate with these people at all.
At all. I don't really understand it. So, yeah. So we got some banger people.
Yeah.
So from TXT, we have Byungdu, which we don't know a lot about yet. So
the stuff I've seen of him, he's like a little crazy. Like a little. I mean, I guess in line with some of the other people on this list. So that's why I was like,
sure,
I don't know about that.
we're crazy. Okay? From BTOB, Changsup. From Aespa, Giselle. From BTS, J-Hope. Ever heard of
him? That one was the one that really threw me. I was like, absolutely not. No way in hell am I at it crumb like J-Hope.
That's also where that surprised me.
Yeah.
I can maybe see he's introverted, but I don't know. Maybe. Because he does seem to, like, you know, yeah, it's interesting. Because he's, like, again, that stank face,
I mean, like, I've seen them in, like, travel shows where he does seem, like, way more calm and stuff like that, but I'm like, still, girl, like, no way.
And, like, for me, he might be, yeah, I'm trying to think, because, like, that stank face, that's a lot of feeling in those faces.
That's true.
Okay? He's
being authentic.
He's authentic.
He's sharing how he really feels.
Yeah, okay, wait, yeah, let's go back. Okay, so, an artist, right? Like, they would be more end focused, intuition, like, abstract ideas, imagination, big picture thinking, his concepts, for this last one, and feeling, like, empathy, harmony, compassion, that does line up with him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you break it down, but I'm like, we're not the same.
No, yeah. And I could see him being the more structured guy in that group, like, being the dance captain and stuff. Maybe? I don't know. Who else? So who else do we have here? Jennie from Blackpink. I mean, sure, I don't know much about her. Kai from EXO. I mean, we like the vibes. I mean, okay, I was so excited to see a one-we representative on this list.
Oh yeah,
Kang
nice.
Hyung. He is actually like the composer and the writer of the group, so makes sense that he might be, more feely, intuitive, whatever. Okay. Then we have an SF9 member, Ron Woo. Rowan.
Nice. I don't know. I don't really know any of the guys except for the guy from Imitation, but I mean it's banger album, so.
So we'll get it, and then Taeyang for Big Bang.
The Taeyang.
Oh yeah. The Taeyang. Yeah. So, yeah, we got some pretty big hitters there in our group. So.
To be honest, I was hoping that we would have different ones so that we would have like a bit of like differences, but I was like, it's also kind of funny that it's the same.
I know. It was kind of our whole concept. We're like, yeah, we're gonna like do this episode. We're gonna like compare and contrast. We're like, okay, but it kind of worked in its own right because we could compare within the group. So. But yeah, okay, well, like a little more personal episode today on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that was interesting.
I mean,
I feel awkward being vulnerable now.
Okay, well,
it's part of the journey.
The quest for self-love, self-actualization. But that is kind of funny. I was not expecting that, and I was not expecting because I didn't think that that it would actually open up a conversation like that. So perfect.
Even though we were like, we always get like deep, and we're opening deep conversations.
But hey, so you learned a little bit more about us.
We learned a little bit more about us.
Yeah, we do. About us. Yeah. Next week we'll be back on the K-pop train.
Yeah.
Directly K-pop.
Yeah.
So.
Everyone, good luck with your journeys.
Good luck with your journeys, and we'll catch you on the flip.
Bye.
Bye.